Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video here on my channel. And in today's video I want to show you guys how to get Kali Linux inside the virtual machine on your MacBooks with the M1 chip. So as you guys can see here, I have an Apple MacBook Pro with the M1 chip, which is running on macOS Big Sur. And it was quite difficult to find the right way to get Kali Linux on the Apple MacBooks with the M1 chip completely for free. So guys, let's get right into the installation. So to get Kali Linux on the MacBook M1, you will need 3 pieces of software. The first one will just be the Kali Linux software. So don't worry guys, I will put links to all those different softwares down in my video description. So we will have to get on kali.org. Then click here on download. And now you will need to download their bare metal for the Apple M1 chip. So they have an extra feature here for the Apple M1 chip. And then just go ahead and download the 3.2 gigabyte installer. That's all you will need from the Kali Linux website. So just their installer for the Apple M1 chip. The next piece of software we will need is the UTM virtual machine. So here you will also just need to click on download and download their UTM virtual machine. So if you go ahead and download it, so once you have downloaded the UTM virtual machine, you will just need to double click it and finish the installation process. It's actually pretty simple, and then you will have your virtual machine, which is looking like this on your computer. So the last piece of software is also pretty necessary, because without this software you won't be able to use Kali Linux on your Apple M1 MacBooks, at least not at the moment. So I tried to start the virtual machine without the last piece of software and it was not working. So it will just be this GitHub page, and then you will have to click here on download the zip archive. And it contains 2 files, so it's this one here, the QEMU for Archer 64 zip. So just go ahead and download the zip file. And once you have downloaded the zip file and unzip it, this folder will appear, which has 2 IMG files. And once you have them, don't do anything with them for now. Same goes with the 3.4 gigabyte Kali Linux M1 installer. Once it's downloaded, just leave it in a folder and do nothing with it. So guys, once you have downloaded all of these pieces of software, we will be ready to create our virtual machine on our MacBook M1s. So guys, therefore you will have to open UTM. And as you guys can see, I have already one Kali Linux virtual machine right here, which is this one. So as you guys can see, the virtual machine on UTM is running pretty smoothly, and I can do everything I need to do inside Kali Linux. So guys, let's start our installation process. Alright guys, so now we will click here on create new virtual machine. So first we can name our virtual machine, and I will just call it YouTube VM for YouTube virtual machine. Then as style I take operating system, and you can choose any icon you want. Let's see if they have a YouTube icon, and if not, I'm just using the Kali Linux symbol right here again. So YouTube VM, so just choose your name, choose an icon if you like, and then next we will go on our system. So here on the architecture we will have to switch our hardware to ARM64 Archer 64. So the third one from the top, you will need to choose this. And also here in the memory we can choose how much memory we want to give our virtual machine. So I will give him around 4 gigabytes of memory for now. You can always later on change all those settings, so don't worry too much guys. Then next and most importantly, we will need to go on our drives. So first of all we will need to click on new drive and choose how much gigabytes we want to give our virtual machine. So for now I will give my virtual machine 20 gigabytes of size, and then just click here on create. Then next we will need to create another new drive and click up here on removable, because with this drive we will be able to create our Kali Linux system. And now next, and very importantly, we are adding these features right here, the QEMU, which we will need to add. And also I want to tell you in the beginning, guys, the order is very important. So here inside the drives, try to make the same order as I'm doing. So first you will choose how much gigabytes of size you want to give your virtual machine with a disk image. Then you will create your removable disk. Now we will click here on import drive. And we are first going to import this file right here. So as I told you, there are two files inside them. And first we're going to choose the EFE underscore code archer64.emg. We're gonna choose it, and then we're also changing our interface into PC System Flash. That's also very important. So we have our first one here, and then we again click on import drive and we choose the ev underscore vrrs.emg. We choose it, open it, and again change their interface to PC System Flash. So yeah guys, that's all we will need to do in our drives. So just remember, choose the same order. First choose the memory, then choose the removable drive, and then import those two drives and change their interface inside PC System Flash. Now we will just click here on save. And as you guys can see up here, I have my YouTube virtual machine. And now if I go down here on CD and DVD, we can import our Kali Linux system. So I will click on here, click on browse, and I have my Kali Linux system inside my downloads. So this is the ISO file you have been downloading here for Apple M1, the installer. So just click on the installer, this is an ESO file, and click on open. So once you're done with that, we can start our bot up here. Just click on the play and our virtual machine will be opening. Alright guys, so once we're inside our Kali Linux installer, we will choose here graphical install. Then next we will be able to select our language, so I will just take English from United States, and then we can configure our keyboard. So I actually have a German keyboard, so I will click here on German and then wait for the installation. Then we can enter our host name. I will just choose Kali. Domain name, click enter. Then full name for the new server, I will also just name it Kali. Username is Kali, and now you can choose a password for your computer. Now after you've chosen your password, you can choose which time zone you want. So I will just take Central and detect our disk. So now when we come in the Persian disk, I'm using guided use entire disk. You guys can just follow my steps for the most basic installation. Then again enter. Then all files in one portion, recommended for new users. Finish portioning the disk and click on yes. And now we will have to wait again. This can take a couple of minutes now, so I will just speed up the process and get back to you guys once it's done. Alright guys, so now I'm inside the software selection. So if the XFCE, so this one right here, the Kali's default desktop environment is not checked, I would recommend you guys to check it and then just click on continue. So now we will select and install the software. This will again take a couple of minutes, so alright guys, so as you can see, my installation is complete, and yeah, now I will just have to click on continue again, and the virtual machine is restarting. So yeah guys, now my system has been downloaded inside the virtual machine, and as you guys can see, I can enter Kali Linux now. So just use the password and name you have given when setting up the computer. And yeah guys, so that was actually all you will need to do in order to get a Kali Linux virtual machine completely for free inside your MacBooks with the M1 chip. So that's actually the only way which is completely for free in order to get a virtual machine. If you want to spend some money, you can use Parallels, which is costing around $80 a year. But in my opinion, UTM is the better option and it's also completely for free. So yeah guys, if you have any more questions on how to get your Kali Linux virtual machine on your MacBook's M1, please let me know down in the comment section below and I will try to answer all of your comments. And yeah, also please don't forget to smash the like button for my YouTube algorithm. And yeah, hopefully see you guys in the next video. Have a great day and bye!